Darkcast Network. The light shines brightest on our indie podcasts.
Welcome to Brew Crime, the podcast where we drink brews, talk crime, conspiracies, or whatever catches our attention. This is Mike, and my co-host,
JT.
And we have a bonus co-host today.
Hi, I'm Paige, and I'm back.
From Reverie True Crime.
Paige thought it was so nice, she came back twice. Well, you came back once. If you do it again, it'll be twice.
And this episode is called Pivot.
Pivot.
Yes, we had a different episode scheduled today, and unfortunately, the collaboration we were going to do, fortunately, she lost her voice. So we're going to reschedule that, and we figured out something to do quick.
It's called Pivot.
Yes.
Pivot.
JT has a different name for it, too.
Yes, April showers bring criminal idiots.
Yes.
Or idiot criminals. They are criminally idiotic, so
yeah,
it's a little bit of both. Yeah, so we're going to hold off on what we were going to do, and we're going to go back to kind of like our Happy Holidays thing, but extended, and more stories, and a lot of riffing about how dumb these people are.
So it should be fun.
I mean, I hope so. Speaking of fun, did you have a fun week, my friend? 2 weeks. You know, whatever's in between the show.
So I went and saw Slipknot on Sunday. That was wonderful.
I loved, first off, the music. It was awesome. The videos that you sent were awesome.
Yeah.
I hated you for it, but they were awesome.
Yeah, same.
Not only that, but the two opening bands.
In This Moment and Wage War.
Yes. Both of them sounded great.
They were. It was unfortunate. Like, Wage War was great, and I'm glad I got to see them because I actually really liked them. But it was supposed to be Ginger, but of course, they're in the Ukraine. So they're probably gun in hand right now.
Oh, wow.
For sure.
Yeah, I know they've been also doing a lot of like humanitarian work there too, getting food out to people. But yeah, they're definitely probably gun in hand.
They needed to identify them, put them together on the front, and literally just give them instruments and do psychological warfare on Russia. Start playing the national anthem. That'll do it.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much. Not too many crazy riffs, but...
No, exactly. But hey, I love the fact that they definitely all three bands talked about the fact that Ginger was supposed to be there and about the war in Ukraine and how awful it is. And made sure to point out that it is a war. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's also very thoughtful. And
it's not a quote, but I really liked what Corey Taylor from Slipknot said, that it doesn't matter what color your skin is or who you love. If you're here, you're family. And I'm like, why is it like this scary looking band that everyone's scared of is more inclusive than people that claim to be all good and stuff? I don't get it.
Because they represent Satan, Mike, and Satan is friendly to bring you in.
It worked.
And I liked it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Y'all, you should have seen the flashback that happened. There was like a full Star Wars wipe on Paige's screen.
Yeah.
She just flashed straight back to good old Sunday school.
JT, how was your last couple weeks?
Real quick, we quarantined. Had one kid with a stomach bug, one kid with COVID, a wife who wasn't feeling well, and I had a moment not feeling well. However, on Saturday, I did get to go to an indie wrestling show, so that was nice.
Yay!
I know y'all both did fun stuff, and I'm just sitting at home watching y'all do these fun things, and I'm like, when is it gonna be my turn?
Maybe you just need to go do something fun then.
You just have to put down the Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, really.
Oh, okay.
Oh, first story. Here we go. Based in the United Kingdom. So, this story came out around March 15th, and what I'm kind of looking at is it's the New York Post, but it was corroborated with a bunch of other articles and papers as well. Anyways, there was a UK driver who was arrested for reckless driving. He was moving pretty quick. He was 21, and the news article calls it an epic chase, which really makes me wonder what the hell that really means. Like,
Yeah, really.
is there Gandalf there in the middle of the road is like, you shall not pass, and he has to stop? Like, I don't know. Anyway, so the fiasco began because officers attempted to pull over. I had to look this up, an Audi A7. I don't know nothing about cars, but I did find out that an Audi A7 2022 model is almost $70,000, which tells me that even if this was an earlier model, chances are it's probably high end. I don't know why you would be going in a chase in an Audi A7, but oh man, anyways,
I've driven an Audi before, but
yeah, I don't know. It sounds like it friggin' wipes your butt for you, so it better, like, for how much it costs.
how much was it again?
Around like $69,000 or $70,000.
Yeah. I drove an Audi R8 once, and it's worth 172,000 Canadian.
Jesus, you know they named that car so they could go all right.
Yep.
Anyways, he was maneuvering recklessly all over the road near Bexley. Not sure where Bexley is. Anyways, it was a 35-mile chase, and they were forced to call like a police helicopter to aid with this pursuit. My favorite part about that sentence is that they were forced. I don't know if I'd use that verbiage. I would say they made the choice to.
Yeah.
It's like the chase had him up against the wall, and they're like, all right, I'll call him, man.
Fine.
Anyways, so eventually they caught up with him. He ran out of gas. And,
Oh, are you serious?
yeah. That's serious. Yeah, and that's not even the punchline.
It's hard times these days, right?
That's true, man. It's true. Anyway, so when he ran out of gas and they caught up with him, they found a large stash of marijuana in his car, and I don't know where the fuck he got this bag. Not even the marijuana, the bag. Who gets that big of a Ziploc bag, and where do you get them? That's what I want to know. It's really
Well,
not.
now I have to see
How
what
big
it
was
looks
it?
like.
I don't know. It just looks big. I'm sure I'm over exaggerating. It's probably like a gallon size, but it looks like 2 gallon size bags put together.
Yeah.
I think the point is it was a lot of fucking weed.
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean, like, I have a very large, basically Ziploc bag that is technically meant for kayaking, canoeing, so you can put things in it that you have to keep dry, but also like very accessible.
Right. So
Or pot.
the weed wasn't even like that was like the tip of the iceberg for this kid. I missed what you said. Say it again.
Or pot.
Oh, there it is. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So it plays. It's on theme.
Yeah.
It's on brand.
Just
so
the tip of the bud.
just it's just the bud.
Yeah.
Bud. Buddy.
So it depends on how it shakes out, right?
Jesus.
Oh my god, that was good.
God. So they asked the fella for his documentation, as one does.
Yeah, of course.
And he gave them a fake license. He bought this license in Windsor, and he bought it as a kid in 2003. And it was a fake license from Legoland.
Shut up.
Smoke him if you got him. Jesus. I want one of those fake licenses now.
I do too.
Allow me to tell you how he got this fake license from
Please.
Legoland.
No, please do.
The award is gifted to children who pass the theme park's driving test. Which entails using a brick-built electric car to navigate traffic lights, roundabouts,
Stop.
Lego policemen, and even a speed camera.
Honk honk. Honks in Lego.
Oh,
Oh god.
It just the story grasped me, and I all I could say was Lego. Lego my ego. Nostalgia.
I didn't even
Lego
know.
my ego because I just smoked a bunch of weed.
It's mine.
Yeah, but you know,
All
I
of a
didn't
sudden
even
just-
know that you could get any kind of a license at Lego. What is it, Legoland? That's where they got it. That is insane. That
It's
they
not
have
like- It's not like a license. It literally looks like it was...
Well, I know, just for the record, I know it wasn't a literal license.
Right.
I don't want anybody to think I'm over here like, wow, you can go to Legoland and get your driver's license. Like, I know that. I know.
Yeah, see, he bought it from somebody out in the front who was just like, hey, listen, I know that you're like 6 and you just want to ride some rides, but you want a fake license? Yep, that's it. That's the one.
Okay, listeners, you have to go look at this picture.
Just Google Legoland license.
Anyway, so he was arrested at the scene for failing to stop, possession of a Class B drug, driving with no insurance, driving with no license, and then the very first charge is suspicion of dangerous driving. I don't understand the word suspicion
How
in
is
this
this
sentence.
their suspicion? Yeah, how is it suspicious?
I'm pretty sure they followed him for 35 miles, watching him drive recklessly. I don't think they're going to say, was it reckless?
Now, did they say it was a high-speed chase or just a chase? I can't remember now.
It was a high-speed chase. He was,
Okay.
well,
Because maybe it was a slow-speed chase where he was driving very recklessly.
I mean, he
And
was.
then it is
listen,
suspicious.
I did write. I did right after they found a large stash. I said that might be what made him run, but it certainly didn't make him run fast.
Yeah.
Because quite honestly, if I had that much to smoke, I'm just not feeling that committed to any chase.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I
I
would
don't
just
care.
lay down.
Am I going to make it in time for dinner? Like, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I tried
Yeah.
to rewatch Super Troopers recently. I didn't finish it, but I did really enjoy that one scene where they're fucking with the people they pulled over with all the drugs in the car.
And they
The
start
meow?
eating it. Oh, the meow. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, if you have that much pot, you're pretty much going to be like, okay, can I get my 3 hots in a cot? That sounds awesome right now. Like,
I never thought in my life I'd hear Paige just throw out 3 hots in a cut. Although, you could have been a corrections officer in a past life. I don't know. I think we can all see you walking down the prison going, shut the fuck up! And bless your heart. Anyways, this kid's been released on bail until September 1st, and that's my first story.
Yeah.
that's awesome. Well, I mean, you know, the Legoland license, that is so iconic. Like, you just have to go look that up. I've never in my life seen that before.
And I think I want to go make a fake Legoland ID now, so I'm going to look into that.
Oh, yeah. We should all make one. And then, like, for this episode, we should have our little Legoland licenses on a graphic.
Don't tempt me now.
Okay,
I will
you're on
find
that,
the most
JT.
embarrassing picture you all have, and it's going to go on there. Yep.
I wouldn't
happen.
expect anything less, JT. I wouldn't.
All right, number 2. This one comes from the state of Florida.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. We love us some Florida.
Me too. So this isn't like your typical Florida story because it didn't really involve drugs. It didn't involve wild animals like freaking alligators.
Lies, all lies.
This was a simple case of larceny, robbery. That's what I meant. Anyways, a dude stole $12,000 worth of items from, well, I'll tell you who it's from in a second. His name's 38-year-old William James Walker, and he stole Horton Hauler Harley Davidson Edition trailer.
Oh, okay.
God,
That sounds easy.
there's way too many vowel sounds in that. Anyways, he stole it from a Days Inn. It was just chilling at a Days Inn in Jacksonville, suburb of Orange Park. And this trailer wasn't full of just anything.
Ooh.
I kind of want to see some funny answers from you guys. It was $12,000 worth of items. What could be in a Harley Davidson edition trailer worth that much? Yes, Paige.
Meth.
No. To the back of the class.
Mickey Mouse stuffed animals.
In that case, it was obviously my son. It was $12,000, including a brand new set of drums, several boxes of autographed photos, a 1957 guitar signed by the late Greg Allman of the Allman Brothers Band, and other memorabilia. Here's the thing. This trailer was full of Lynyrd Skynyrd memorabilia and the like.
Wow.
And it even included some Blackberry Smoke and Pearl Jam as well.
Damn.
This stuff was going to an auction. But it wasn't just any auction. It was the Jimmy Van Zant Cancer Charity auction.
Oh, jeez.
So he stole $12,000 of Lynyrd Skynyrd stuff the day before the event. And it was reported that while they were hoping to make great money at the event, because those items were stolen, they actually lost money holding the event. So this guy not only stole that stuff. This is not sounding as funny, really. I think the concept of what he stole is the funny part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Right. So he basically, this fellow lives out of hotel rooms, which is totally fine. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. But he definitely picked the wrong people to steal from. He's expected to be charged with grand theft once he's caught. I do want to say that in typical Florida man fashion, he has been described here by describing two tattoos. The first one are praying hands.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah.
And the second one is a spider tattoo.
America.
The only
Florida.
thing that would make the spider tattoo better is if it wasn't on his shoulder, it's on his elbow. That's where you put a spider web.
Oh, man. It's
So
like
funny.
a big spider right over his nipple or something.
The
And
funny
then
part,
his praying hands.
yeah.
Can't.
The funny part is, like, usually the fellas that get those tattoos are like, I got a gallon of water with me just to show you how much I fucking drink. Everybody knows those people. Usually those are the guys that go in for those tattoos,
Yeah.
and they end up crying like fucking babies when they hit the elbow.
Yeah.
So
You know what? I actually think I probably have seen this guy's photo. He probably has praying hands on his forehead and then a spider tattoo on his neck.
I wish
And
this guy
track
looks
marks.
like this guy looks like not only has he never walked into a tattoo shop, but he's never even accidentally come across Ink Master. That's how ridiculously stupid this guy looks. But the tattoos are not on a facial region. He looks
Hopefully
like
not
the
in
guy
a groinal region either.
Oh my god.
the praying hands are on his forearm, because we all got to know Jesus saves.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of a bumper sticker.
Thanks for
And,
helping, Jesus. No.
Yeah. Well, as far as I could read, they were still looking for him. So
Left arm or right arm? No.
it just says his forearm. Maybe it's both. Maybe he has a pair. You know, it's just Jesus and Mary Magdalene. Yeah, and the spider's on his shoulder. That's the story. There's nothing. He just stole a bunch of Lynyrd Skynyrd
Yeah.
shit.
Stealing a bunch of Allman Brothers stuff. That's nuts.
All right. So,
No,
the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the track. This is a story about a Wells Fargo bank.
All right.
All right.
Which one's the criminal? The bank or someone else? No.
I mean, we can get into that more serious
I
topic
was
if you'd like to.
going to say, both.
The answer is yes.
The real criminal here is the beer that JT is drinking.
It doesn't even open nicely. It doesn't sound great. It's fucking.
It sounded like a struggle.
Just
Sounded like
it
the
is to
struggle
drink.
bus coming down the road to pick me up
Yeah,
for school.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I told Mike I was going to explain this. I am drinking Dos Equis Lager Especial, and it in terms of description of taste, it tastes like I told you guys, if anybody's been 18, they know what it fucking tastes like already. Like, this is exactly what it is.
Tastes like sadness.
Yeah.
Sadness in college.
Yeah. It tastes like you ran a charity event that didn't have anything there.
Oh my god.
Sadness.
You got wheezing from me and a snort from Paige. This was real. That was real fucking funny.
I got more in the bank.
People don't understand. We deal with such heavy topics
But
on a
the
regular
Wells
basis.
Fargo's bank.
Anyways, this
Lots of
happened
the
in
wells, too.
Now I want to go watch Fargo. Anyways, in Delaware, a man robbed a Wells Fargo bank in Wilmington on Saturday. I'm reading it like it happened just last week.
I was thinking, what? Was this recent?
Nope. Wait, that's not true. Well, December 16th. So kind of. By last Saturday, technically I'm not wrong. It was
It was a
Saturday sometime.
Saturday in the past.
So this guy robbed a Wells Fargo bank. He basically brought a note up to the Saturday morning teller, said that a robbery was taking place, which is really funny because if the note says a robbery is taking place, I'd almost thank the person for telling me silently.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for telling me. Who is it?
I'd be like, yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Where is it happening?
What I'm trying to tell you is that if I was a teller, and I got robbed, I'd probably fucking die. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody.
Same.
Because I'm too nice. Like, I'm just gonna be like, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for telling me who told you. Who is it? What does they look like? And then he describes himself.
What they look like?
What does they look like? Then he describes himself, and I'm just like, oh my god, thank you, sir. I'm gonna tell the police. Then I'm gonna get 10 steps to the phone, and then I'm gonna turn around and go, I'm sure I've explained a movie scene somewhere sometime, and if not, I'm gonna fucking write it. Anyways, he stole money, right? He said a robbery is taking place. The exchange of happiness of thank yous happened, and then the teller freaked out. 25-year-old. She was 25, so super, I mean, to me, at this point, super young.
Yeah.
Here's the great part. He fled on foot. That's the beginning of the great part.
Oh,
But
jeez.
before he left, he deposited the money he robbed into the ATM in front of the bank.
Dumbass.
Stealing from,
Stealing from the bank and putting it back in. Like, I cannot.
I mean, shit. If you're gonna rob a bank, at least don't rob your own fucking bank. I mean, you're an idiot regardless, but Jesus Christ.
You know what?
The
This is why I
dumbassery of this is insane.
This is why I picked a shitty beer, because I knew I was going to do a spit take, like I literally just did.
Please, robber, don't procreate.
And if you do, please return it back to the ATM when you're done.
Oh, jeez. Oh, well, at
Anyways.
least they're making it easy for the police. Jeez.
He was charged with second-degree robbery, a felony, with bond set at $6,000. Which, if the bond's at $6,000, I think they only owe 10%, so $600, I guess.
Which is such a weird system.
Oh, it is America.
I don't
Land
know
of
if that's the
opportunity
case in
and
Canada.
10% bonds because nobody can do a weird number like 15. I just moved the decimal point. Oh wait, I don't have a tooth. I can't move it. Anyways, I love this article because it decided to very quickly in parentheses link another case to this one.
Oh.
Mike, did you find an answer?
So
Yeah,
this means it happened
There is
more
no
than
bail
once?
in Canada. Like, no money. There is no bail bond agent or bail insurance policies in Canada, and it is against the law for a surety to accept the payment. For these reasons, the surety is often a trusted friend or family member committed to the best interests of the accused.
Well, it's usually a friend or family member, but they have to get the money from the bail bondsman to then.
Yeah, that's not legal here.
So they link this other thing, and it's not necessarily the same, but it is. So, like, a Florida man,
Yeah.
tried to cash in a winning lottery ticket at the store that he stole it from.
Wow.
Florida man does whatever a Florida man does.
Wins some money from the lottery, then he spends it on his bail. Look out, it's a Florida man. Jesus. Well, that's
Jesus, take the wheel.
That's the third story. That's the third story.
Oh my God. What an idiot.
Oh man, so I've heard of robbery and I've heard of arson.
Yeah.
And I've heard of robbery and arson. But I've never heard of robbery to do arson.
Wow.
Yeah. Usually the first thing that comes to my mind that leads to arson is something that's flammable. The last thing that I think of that's flammable are underwear. They're flammable if you try hard enough.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, depending on what they're made out of, they could be more flammable or less. But yeah.
These days, some of the underwear people, I mean, it wouldn't be more than a and fucking god. Do you know what? That was literally a millennial way of saying, "Get off my lawn." That's as good as you're gonna get. And these days, the underwear they wear, they go, and it's gone.
Just wearing a piece of string. How dare they?
It's not, y'all. It's not.
No,
a
that
Snapchat
underwear is not
filter.
a string. It's a wick.
And that shit gonna burn out.
Oh
God. Yep, that's not a Snapchat filter. I really do look like the old man from Up at this point.
So stupid.
No one else can
Stop
see you.
it.
That's okay.
It was a really long joke for a really shitty payoff,
Yeah.
which is kind of like Up. No, I'm kidding. That's a lie. Up was pretty good. I liked Up. However, never have I felt like more of like a psychopath because every single fucking person in the theater was crying, and I was like, why the fuck are they crying? He ends up having a good time. I don't get it. So,
I think I cried. I don't remember, but I probably did. This is, yeah.
the one thing that I find emotional now is when his wife ends up finding out she can't have children. At that point, I get emotional. But other than that, I don't get it. I mean, it's the cycle of life. So
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
that'd be
heartless.
me and my
That's what
wife
that means.
high-fiving each other. But
I know that's right. Shit.
nice job this evening. You're getting the MVP, boy. Anyways, Wisconsin, because of course it is Fond du Lac.
Fond du Lac.
I don't know why there's a place in Wisconsin named Fond du Lac. I'd have to look it up. I didn't.
Well, wait. Wisconsin's known for cheese, isn't it? Is
Yes.
that was yes. Fondue, the cheese fondue, fondue Lac. There we go.
Oh God.
Fond du Lac.
I love cheese, so
I mean, that's true. So it's literally just known as a city. There's nothing. What's the history? It's French for bottom, or the farthest point of the lake. So they've been named after a French word for bottom.
the bottom lake.
Which is funny because I'd imagine that any bottom stuff they're completely against in Wisconsin.
Well, and I mean that last story there when you said larceny by accident, I'm like la arson. It sounds French.
It probably was. Which is ironic because we stole it from somebody, so it's larceny. Nah. Larceny's not stealing. I messed it up again. Who cares? Pivot.
Well, no, it is actually. Larceny is a crime involving the unlawful taking or theft of personal property or another person or business. So
I'm only minorly crazy now. So this serial arsonist was charged after using underwear to set people's homes on fire.
So many pairs of underwear because many homes. Wow. You're just walking around with underwear with this idea.
Here's the best part. He's 43 years old. His name's Michael Miller. He started a dozen fires over the last 18 months, including 5 in the month of March 2020. So he didn't just like starting fires with underwear. He liked to steal underwear from laundromats.
Ew.
And then use it to start the fires.
Not even his own. Not even his own underwear. You're getting strangers' underwear. No.
You
Hell
don't,
no.
You
No.
you don't cause arson where you change your underwear.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
you don't shit where you eat. You don't.
Let's hope he was using a lighter and not like friction.
It started with just a lit fart, and then all of a sudden, he got a taste for the arson. It's actually Steve-O. No.
You know, even more than the arson, I am surprised that someone would go into a laundromat and get people's underwear. Like, they could be in bags that are not washed yet, and that is just... No.
Only steal it from the dryers.
Well, even, I mean, I don't know.
Hey, at least they're clean then.
All I'm saying is that it makes every single sitcom like Seinfeld that occurred in a laundromat, it makes sense. Now it makes sense. By the way, it wasn't just underwear. He also used bras as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then,
Jesus.
I mean, this doesn't really matter, but it goes with it. When he was being interviewed, he was wearing women's clothing as well, women's underwear. I'm gonna send you a picture of this feller, and it'll look correct.
It'll look like what you're thinking.
Yep. So
Well, but he can stuff the bra then with extra underwear for the next fire.
It's perfect. Mike, did they have the wrong guy?
Like, Mike's got the ideas over here that's making me
I'm an idea man. Never been to Delaware, though. Or wherever this was again.
Hey, are we sure? Because we could probably get you into a false confession. You forgot you were in Delaware.
Nope, never been.
Wow.
He looks like an underwear stealer, yep.
So let me tell you the last charge that he had, because they weren't done. When they arrested him, they also searched his phone, and they found one photo of a fire, which is fine. Let's hope they don't look into my GIF library. Get GIF? When the fuck have I ever said GIF? GIF library. Sorry, I'm hungry.
JT's being canceled.
As we speak, I can feel it just on the back of my neck, just like just a bunch of needles, just. And they scream, cancel. Yeah. So not only did they find that photo of the fire, but they found a ton of child pornography saved on his phone.
I don't like. Okay, if you need to cut this out, please do. I don't like to be that kind of person that looks at somebody and judges them right off the bat. But as soon as I saw that picture, you know, he does look like a guy that would have that on his phone or be interested in that. And that's my opinion. Hot take. You can cut that out if you need to, and it's totally fine.
I'm not cutting it. I mean, I'm personally not, because you're fucking right. And anybody who says I didn't think that, fucking lying. You know what? Howie Mandela saying no deal, motherfucker. So you're wrong. Anyways, so he's facing 11 counts of arson, 3 counts of burglary, 5 counts for possessing child pornography, and the article says ... and more.
To be continued.
So that's the story. I died that he decided to steal underwear to then commit larceny. I don't know.
Arson or Larson?
Arson.
Okay.
I did he not have a backlit phone and he needed a fire to view his child porn by like? Was he on like his Kindle Paperwhite? Like I don't understand.
Insane.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
Yes, it is.
So stupid. All right, here we go. Indiana this time. So this happens in Elkhart County, Indiana. Police try to pull over a 25-year-old guy from not Indiana but Minneapolis on Wednesday. Wednesday. Again, I did that again. They saw him in his red Ford Mustang. He was doing 120 miles an hour.
Ooh, that's fast.
In a 70-mile-an-hour zone. You might as well just double it, friend. Like, what, 120's where you, like, your ethics stop? Like hit the next 20.
Yeah,
Who the fuck cares anymore?
For non-imperial people out there, that's 193 kilometers an hour. That's fast.
Thank you. At some
I knew it
point
was
I'll
fast. I
learn
didn't
to-
know how fast it was. So
Yeah, it's super duper fast. I can't even imagine going 120. Like, your
That would
destination's
make
on
my-
your right. Your destination's coming up on your. Oh fuck, you passed it. Like,
your destination's behind you, a couple miles.
rerouting.
Smash.
It's like I would pay to have somebody edit a GPS into every Fast and Furious movie.
Oh man.
I don't know. It just came to me. I say this a lot. My brain's a really weird fucking place.
That's what he said.
Yep. So they tried to pull him over, but he kept going, and it became a 25-mile car chase with the cops. He did not present a Legoland license after that because he wasn't hardcore enough. But they finally stopped. And his excuse. You've heard a lot of excuses for why something happens, right? I was
Yeah.
scared, or which sometimes
Yeah.
I totally
Yeah,
understand
for sure.
100%. We've seen some shit. Like, Florida cops are trying to, like, play Disney music just so that videos get taken down offline. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, that's a true story. That is not one that I
Wow.
made up in my brain.
That's crazy.
It's both ingenious, but really fucked up.
Yes.
Anyways, if you guys got pulled over after doing a 25-mile chase going 120, what would your excuse be?
Explosive diarrhea. Like, I have got to get to the toilet. I don't know,
Listen,
something like that.
My wife
Here's
is
the
pregnant. Seems to work all the time for people.
I just want to say, like, people who say explosive diarrhea, though, I'm going to go back to this. Let me go back to the most unpleasant excuse. People who say they have explosive diarrhea and that's where they're, like, speeding, you would have had to already have it in order to know that it's explosive.
Oh no, just literally shit your pants while you're there.
Yeah. When they pull you over, just start shitting everywhere. Say, like, I told you, motherfucker.
I shit my pants.
Just get out of here. Get out of here.
But to Mike's point, he could probably get away with, like, my wife's pregnant and she needed chocolate right now or I will die.
Or
You
no,
don't
my wife's water
understand."
broke.
Yeah, that. Yeah, it probably may
you
work.
could just the excuse, my wife. Hard stop.
I mean, I thought, there was no Legoland ID here. I thought this wouldn't work, but there's some building blocks here for some good stories.
Yeah, well, his reasoning was that he thought the cops wanted a drag race.
Okay.
Oh.
I think he's got some Duplo in his head, but okay.
I'm not a car person, right? And I don't deal a lot with different types of car races. However, I do know that at a certain point of drag race, you have to start while you're stopped.
Yeah. And go vroom vroom, like y'all have to have this like mutual vroom vroom to know that y'all are gonna be vroom vrooming together.
The only drag race Paige sounds like she's ever seen
Is
was in a fucking
RuPaul's.
Disney movie.
Oh,
I suddenly want this to be RuPaul behind the wheel, dressed in drag.
Bitch, you better don't.
I love that so much.
Literally, like drag race is in electric cars. Like, you just pull up to another electric car and you go, and then the other person honks his horn, but it's really just a blast of air in your face because it's just so quiet. So Quag. Anyways, he thought the cops wanted to drag race. Listen. He is arrested on several charges. That's all you need to know, and it also includes. It also includes resisting arrest, and I think that's because he thought the cops were challenging him to a UFC match.
Yeah, now first you challenged me to race, and now you want to challenge me to a fight, to a duel.
Come on. That was a pink slip race. Give me your car.
I beat you, didn't I? I'm in front of you. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Anyways, so we're going to move from there to Colorado.
Okay.
What do you think of when you think of Colorado?
Craft beer and cannabis, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep.
I think this guy might have been on both. And something else.
And meth.
And
Well, Colorado, you also think of snow, which could be,
Oh, so cocaine. Okay. Cocaine.
don't... Yeah, ding, ding, ding. Well done.
Look at me.
34-year-old of Jefferson County, Colorado, needed to deposit some cash on a Friday. I would just assume it's kind of like, oh, shit, I got to catch the bank before it closes. I got to deposit cash. Says nobody ever because there's e-deposit now, motherfucker. Anyways.
Yeah.
This was 2020. Get an app.
ATMs.
Oh, I guess apps can't. See, now I sound dumb. You can't deposit cash in an app. But thank you for making me think that
I think you can deposit checks via app as long as the check makes it to the bank at some point, so.
Oh, no. I just shred it. It doesn't have to go to the bank once I deposit it.
Really?
If it does, I'm in fucking trouble.
I think they do here.
Yeah, no, you just mark on it, you sign it, obviously, and then you put a check and say for e-deposit only at whatever bank. And then I don't know. Who knows?
Well,
Maybe that's why we have so many fucking problems in this country.
Here you could take a photo of it with the app or whatever, but then I think you still have to deposit the check at some point.
Wow.
Because there's all the features on the check to show that it's real.
Yeah.
These damn lazy Americans.
Well, how do you spell check there?
Not like ye, a fancy Frenchies.
There's no QU, is there?
Not with a Q, yeah. Or you.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
lazy.
There's also no IQ here either, and that's one more Q. Not everybody. I'm sure there's like 10. Maybe. I cue you. Anyways, he went to the bank's drive-thru because, of course you do. And he...
Do you have any cheeseburgers?
Do you have any Grey Poupon?
Either way, it's Colorado, I'm sure. So his bank was still using the old air-powered tubes, which,
That's cool.
Nostalgia. We all fucking loved the air-powered tubes.
Wait, we still have those here in every bank. So that's nostalgia to you? That's everyday life here?
Do they run on a mill that gets pushed around by water?
No.
I think when I was a kid, I think they still had that at like Costco, I think, but that's about it.
Is it steam powered? They're called pneumatic tubes. Pneumatic tubes. No, listen, your pneumatic tubes just run on racism. It's fun.
And homophobia. You're not wrong.
It's the wind power of a reverend trained.
So JT, how do you spell pneumatic there?
PNEUMACCTIC.
Oh, you actually don't drop the P, huh?
We do not.
Wow, that's a first.
Never drop the P.
Not in public, at least.
Never drop the P on the dance floor.
Yeah.
You drop the P on the dance floor,
It gets
they will
slippery.
never leave you alone again. God. So he sent the money through the pneumatic tube with a P to the teller.
Okay. Yeah.
And the teller gets it, right? None of those sounds were correct, but I gave them to you anyways. And she opened it and pulled out the cash, and they also found bags of cocaine.
How do you just accidentally put bags of cocaine in that tube? Do you know how
That was-
hard it is to get that fucking tube open and then
Do you know
put
how hard
your
it was
shit
to
in
get
there?
the fucking cocaine in the bag? I'm just...
That was for a safety deposit box. Jesus.
Wrong deposit, motherfucker!
I mean, how do you accidentally do that?
They were
high.
I'm guessing they were baggies, and I'm guessing that it was probably originally a roll of cash. And
Yeah.
possibly that all just kind of came out of the pocket. He dropped it in. Anyways, David put 2 bags of cocaine in with his cash, and the bank teller called the cops.
Narc. Wasn't robbing you, for crying out loud.
It was the bank teller was Barbara Bush. Anyways, so the cops showed up. They searched his car and they found more drugs because fucking
'Cause-
duh.
Oh my god.
He's just like fucking giving bags of cocaine away like Oprah. Just like, you get a fucking bag and you've had a shitty day. That's what you look like. You get a fucking bag.
You get a bag. You get a dime, and you get a dime.
He was making it snow instead of making it rain.
You've got great coke sniffing nostrils. You get a bag. Jesus. Anyways, it's not clear what charges he's facing because it's really hard to charge somebody with being an asshole or
it's
dumb.
not clear. It's kind of snowy.
In the world of that kind of behavior, here's another one, and it is from a state. I'm pretty sure it's close to you, actually, Paige.
Uh-oh.
Alabama.
I was waiting for a southern state. I was waiting for it. Besides Florida.
Alabama.
It'd be fucking weird if I said it's close to you, Paige. Nevada.
No. I mean, I was waiting through the whole episode for like a southern state because I just know
I mean,
the dumbest shit happens here.
Florida.
Well, besides Florida.
Oh, fair.
Besides Florida.
Yeah,
Florida
this is
it doesn't
Alabama.
count because their sunshine laws, or whatever it's called, make it too easy.
It's true. This is Russell County. 2 Alabama men were arrested over an extremely ill-advised theft. These 2 fellows were arrested for stealing a speed warning trailer. Do you know what I mean when I say a speed warning trailer?
Yep.
It belongs
Yes, I
to
know.
who?
The state. The
State of the police, yeah.
It belongs
Yeah.
to the fucking police.
Yeah.
And they were trying to, it seems like they were trying to get the batteries, to sell the batteries out of it, which
Yeah. Car batteries are expensive.
How do you do that without being noticed? Like,
so
You get
by
arrested.
everyone. No, I mean, they really thought they could just go and do this without being seen and nobody's gonna say
As-
anything?
As an old comedy bit goes, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
It's a fact. I mean, I guess so, man.
I mean, it makes you put it in pneumatic tubes.
Well, with this being Alabama, I would go with meth instead of Coke.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
I was trying to do a throwback, though.
Yeah. You did great. I loved it. But yeah, meth, it would be the choice.
I'm going to isolate that one line that you just said.
No,
and I'm going to publish
please
that. Meth would be the choice.
Please don't do that to me.
And then I'm going to play it when I'm ordering food at a drive-thru. Meth would be the choice. And they're going to give it to me because the voice sounds lovely.
Oh my god! Please don't do that.
Nobody fucking knows you. Like, anyway, no. But let me correct it. A lot of people know you. Nobody
at
in
that
a
drive-thru.
Virginia fast food drive-thru, especially Hanover County, knows you.
Unless they do.
You know what? You should be happy about that. I love my county. Oh. I still haven't seen my first burning cross on a lawn. I'm a little disappointed.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I haven't either. That's what I was going to say. I haven't seen. I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it for myself.
I'm actually happy to hear that.
Well, I mean, it's still happened.
Mike. I love Paige, but her saying that is literally one person in millions in Alabama, in Mississippi.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's been a fucking burning cross.
Yeah,
within
there
the past
has.
2 hours.
Yeah, no shit. And KKK meetings like in the woods. It's totally happening. Like that's some real shit. But like I've heard of people saying, crosses burning in people's yards over the last 10 years. Like, but I just haven't witnessed it myself.
What's funny to me is that people who are uber racist, right? They're also uber religious. Burning I'm very confused by this.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any... I'm sure there's a reason, and I'm sure that obviously I'm not in those circles, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we had a chapter of the KKK in Vancouver in 1920. They signed a bunch of people up, took their money, and then fled back to the States.
I was just impressed the last chapter you had was in 1920, but that's fucking funny, because just like we funded the fucking trucker convoy up there, of course we would do that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and they had to spend their whole time in BC convincing the public that the Klan wasn't the barbaric, homicidal terrorist outfit described in the papers. But there was still a lot of racism. But
yeah, so both these guys have been charged with first-degree theft of property and first-degree criminal mischief. So the suspects were tracked down when somebody saw their truck passing by, towing this and going over the speed limit. That's not true at all. Actually, I just think it's really funny for somebody to be like, hey, I just saw somebody and they're towing the speed thing and it says they're going over the speed limit.
Yeah, that's
so
what I was picturing.
Reckless. Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, so no, the trailer has a GPS in it because fucking of course it does.
Oh my God.
And it's also equipped with a camera because of course it is. The sheriff, he said something very deep, very Jack Handy deep, if you're a fan of SNL. Quote, it just showed... Hold on, here we go. He's a good old boy. Let me hitch up my pants. It just shows you we've got some crazy people running around.
As if we didn't know, bitch. Oh my God.
I think Cat Williams, the comedian, would call him a simple bitch.
Yeah, you simple bitch. I swear to God.
Yeah,
oh my
simple
Lord.
how about this? Just so people realize that just because the South is made fun of for their hate groups, Alabama has 13 hate groups currently. Let me just scroll back to Washington State, just south of British Columbia. It has 19.
Okay, but those fucking 13 in Alabama are loud as fuck.
Yeah, and they might be
yeah.
scarier. I mean,
I
don't know.
I think they cause more shit down there, but Washington has one of the highest per capita hate groups in the United States, even though it's, the west coast of the Washington is very leftist, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of the state that is not. Same with Oregon.
That's funny, because all I can think of is that's Oregon. I don't know why I said Portland. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's why Portland has so much problems, too. It's like, it's a very leftist city with a lot of right-wing right there.
So I have 2 more stories.
Let's do it.
This one happened in British Columbia. Mike, you had shared this with me. Mounties, and I only say that so that everybody elicits a Rocky and Bullwinkle feel.
Perfect.
Which I'm sure is insulting. Anyways, they were speechless because there was a vehicle that showed up to pick up their kid at a bus stop. And that's not strange or weird or out of the blue. And it wasn't even the person who was dressed fine, and there was no bag of drugs marked Bago Drugs. Also a real case. Welcome to Florida.
Yeah.
So this person arrived in a vehicle with no passenger doors, no seatbelts, no back of the vehicle, with all of the seats
What the fuck
exposed.
was it?
It was
shell
a fucking
of a car?
feather. That's the goddamn feather he rode in on. That's it right there. You do understand why Paige is laughing. She literally
I've seen
has
that shit before.
She literally has 3 of them in her front lawn right now. You can't see them because they're under so much grass. But
I have seen those up on cinder blocks. Shit
Oh yeah,
you
but
not.
that thing was driving.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've probably seen one in action too.
so
Oh my god.
they posted this online with the caption, or no, I'm sorry. See, Canada, I assumed it was a caption by some marketing company. No. Canada's police, they just have, they're witty, you know. This I guess it's Corporal Mike Halskov said, letting the photo speak the 1,000 plus words.
That is...
Which...
I fucking love that. Oh my god.
Z-snap for you, sir.
Yeah. 3 snaps and a Z formation for the corporal.
Yep, so he was picking up his kid from school in that vehicle. The Mountie said that the vehicle was, quote, removed from the road permanently. Which, honestly, all they would have had to do is go,
Whoosh.
and then, and that shit would have just, like, flown like it was a fucking Twister movie.
Oh my god.
Good movie.
And the driver was handed several tickets. Like,
Well, thankfully they didn't have to like roll down the window or anything to catch it. Just like threw it at him like, here, sir.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm gonna need to put your hand on the dash. I don't have a dash.
This is great though.
Oh God, Paige grew up with these people. What are we, Paige? How did you escape without
She didn't. She's
physically
still there.
escaping?
I'm still here. Oh,
Paige,
you know what? I just
have
need to start going into town, and I have to say into town because I live out in the country where
In a
I'm
holler?
surrounded. Yeah, I live out in the holler where I'm not like surrounded by people, and I love it because I don't have to deal with these cuckoo maniacs, you know. But I
Ku
should,
Klux Klan.
Yeah.
but I should go into town sometime and just like take pictures and videos and just show you what kind of.
Yeah.
You should
Well,
go into town
craziness.
and see the people, and for each person write a story about the person.
Yeah,
Totally
yeah.
could do that.
But see if they get tickets for the same things. JT, you haven't said what the tickets were yet. These are great.
Uh-oh.
Not having insurance.
Why would you insure that piece of shit anyway?
Yeah.
No insurance company would look at that and be
No,
like,
no.
we got this.
But the second one's great.
Even the farmer is saying sell to the fucking government from state farmers insurance. like
Yep.
Jesus. Fucking Geico lizard was like, this belongs in the goddamn Amazon with the rest of the fucking trash. It was a passive-aggressive way of saying, stop fucking up the environment.
Yeah, no shit.
What else? A defective vehicle.
That's being nice. That's putting it
it's
really
so-
nice.
It sounds like he opened the door, which doesn't exist, and it broke the seal that said, like, we can only exchange this and not giving you money if you broke the seal.
Oh, God. I mean, defective, it's barely a vehicle.
Yeah.
I mean, it barely is.
It's literally a dude cosplaying as the Flintstones.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, hey, he also got a ticket for operating a vehicle without seatbelts.
He did.
Flintstones didn't have those either, right?
And, shock, he failed to produce a driver's license. He produced a Lego
Not
license
even
instead.
I was going to say, not even a Legoland. Man.
Oh, these have been fun, but you know what? We're going to end... I like to be international, and so I'm going to go all the way. Oh, wait, it's not international. I thought it was international because it was a hockey story.
No, it's not. Gonna end with a funny one.
You know what? It might as well be international. It's in Detroit.
When you said international, I was like, oh, wait, it's going to be another Florida one. He's saying we're going all the way to Florida.
You'd think I'd be funny enough to start with that, but no. So have you ever heard of a guy named Al Zabatka?
No.
That's good, because nobody else had either until this fucking story was written. April 20th, 2022. That's right. Today.
As of recording.
Literally as of recording. Fun. There's a lawsuit that is laying bare the reason why Al Zabatka, who nobody knew, and if you see this picture, you'll know why nobody knows him.
God.
He's just a nobody.
He's just a dude. I just sent it in the chat.
Okay.
Without knowing, Paige, what's your first thought?
Say hiya! I don't even know. Like, it looks like it. Okay, I didn't realize he was like on skating or something, but it looks
He's on
like
the
he's
ice,
going
yeah.
hiya.
Good. I'm glad you don't know his job yet. It does look
fuck.
like he's holding a
Squirrel? A dead squirrel?
flattened
What
possum
is?
or squirrel.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Pretty sure it's a towel. Oh, no, that's probably an octopus, actually.
That does fucking look like a fucking octopus. Is
I think
what
that's
it
an
looks like.
octopus,
He stole the stuffed octopus from my kid's bed, took out the stuffing, and was like, "Fucking yeah!" That's it. That's all he could get is a stuffed octopus. No. Al Zabatka is the Zamboni driver.
Oh.
I just want to let you know that this made the news in the Detroit Free Press. Don't they have other things to report on? Like their ungodly amount of murders? Like,
Oh, that's Chicago, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he no longer drives the Zamboni for the Detroit Red Wings, which actually, I mean, it's kind of fucking cool. Let's be honest. I don't know what that process is. I don't know what that application looks like, but it's cool.
Yeah.
In fact, my mother-in-law, she used to be the manager of a skating rink, and she drove the Zamboni too. Maybe this is her.
Maybe.
Nah, probably not.
No.
He doesn't look like unless that's his wig that he was flinging.
It was actually an octopus. I just double checked. That's the Detroit Red Wings. The Red
Red
Wings.
Wing.
Somehow it's their mascot, and people used to throw octopus on the ice.
Like live or
Probably
obviously
dead, but yeah,
but
like that's a real octopus though.
The
So
fact that you even guessed octopus and just this whole story that was so
It popped into my head. I'm like, wait a minute, that's like an animal. Yes.
And then the Kraken were born, the Seattle Kraken, and they said, "What the fuck?" Anyway, so he doesn't drive the Zamboni anymore. Why? He got caught peeing into a drain. Not
a crime.
He was seen by another employee, but I'm wondering where the drain was.
This is what I'm saying. What kind of drain? Like where?
Not sure.
Like was it the break room sink drain?
Yeah. Are we talking about like a drain by the building? You know those like what do you call them?
Who knows?
I can't think of it.
Here's the thing, is that he was diagnosed with a prostatic hypertrophy, which actually causes frequent and uncontrollable need to pee, which sucks.
Geez.
Like, I can't
Yeah,
fucking
that would
imagine.
be horrible.
Hopefully that's what you guys feel like whenever you listen to episodes. But only for the jokes, not for anything else, because if it's anything else, let's talk.
Send a message to JT.
JT
Brews
Brews
Crime.
His lawyers say that it's a violation of the Michigan's Elliott Larson Civil Rights Act. What they could have done is argue the fact that his health condition, right? But his health condition was just kind of an added bonus to this. They said that he was discriminated against on the basis of his age. They did say disability as well, but they said he's 68. You're discriminating against his need to pee because he's 60. That's just like.
I mean, I would think that the illness would come first. The health problems would come first. His age shouldn't even have anything to do with it unless that would be secondary.
I mean, now listen, if the age literally caused something, sure, okay. And am I going to judge a dude for peeing in a drain? No, I've peed in weirder places. That sounded fucking weird, and that's not true. Get your goddamn mind out of the brew gutter.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper, it's a hell of a drug. Anyway, so, it kind of sucks, but, like, how bad do you have to pee? So, here's the thing, is that if he was in their stadium, there are so many bathrooms.
Yeah.
Like, even having worked in baseball stadiums, like, you don't want to use the locker room, but they're there. There's usually a bathroom outside the locker room. And then there's everything in the stadium. So, and we know Detroit has some bathrooms in there because they be drinking hardcore before the game on a Monday when they just came home from work. Anyway, so yeah, it's
It was just funny.
it is funny. I can't imagine. So he like volunteered this information because he filed a lawsuit. Nobody had to know. Nobody had to know. And like, if he does win the lawsuit, I guess maybe he gets money or damages, but he certainly isn't going to get his job back. That's fucking awkward. Like, you don't want to go back.
Yeah,
after.
well, you would
Put a
not
catheter in
wanna go
before a
back.
game. Just
I mean,
pee
that's
while
what I
you're
always
driving.
say.
Big smile.
That's why I always say stick a catheter in it. That's what I say.
Oh
Like,
my god.
I sent it to you, JT, because I was just trolling Twitter before we started, and one of the often co-hosts of Behind the Bastards, Jamie Loftus, quote retweeted that saying he did nothing wrong. And I saw that, and I'm like, I'm sending this to JT because it's hilarious.
It's true. All right, I got three quick fires, and then we're gonna be done for this
Okay.
episode. Woman charged after car contained 229 pounds of weed runs out of gas.
Oh,
You know, I
look.
have a dumb question. How
There
do
we
people
go.
Sorry. Sorry. How do people get that many pounds of weed? I mean, do they have a connection to like what?
I thought your question was gonna be. I thought
Oh,
your
God.
question was going to be, how does somebody run out of gas? Because
In
of
this
like all the
economy?
warnings, and
Dealers.
stuff, right? No.
I mean, dealers keep like hundreds of pounds on them like that. I mean,
different levels of dealers will, yep.
yeah.
That could have been one of the ones trafficking in the drugs, right?
Well, and that's what I'm thinking might have happened. So here's basically what happened. This happened in Memphis, Tennessee. Because of course it did.
40 minutes for me. It's very close. Wow, wish I would have known this hookup before this happened.
Let me tell you something. You don't want to do business with this 54-year-old woman. She is been charged with possession of a controlled substance. Duh. Basically, they responded at 3:30 p.m. to report an abandoned Chevrolet Suburban on the Interstate 55 bridge. They moved the vehicle.
I know
which
where
was-
that is. I have traveled that many a time. Golly.
So they moved the vehicle, which was stuck on the bridge, to a metal museum because, of course, Memphis has a metal museum. I'm assuming it's not like metal music.
Yeah. Like aluminum and steel, yes.
It's like something Dunder Mifflin would go to, just like the Museum of Paper. Like,
This one has
Hold on. Wait a
this
second.
content.
Paige, have you been to this metal museum?
No, but I've passed by it
There
a
it
lot.
is.
But I would never go in, like that just doesn't interest me, but
Yeah.
Methinks thou doth protesteth too much. I think Paige is there with her glasses on her nose, just being like, yes, this is obviously the tin.
Yes. This aluminum is very soft. This steel is very rigid.
So, in typical police fashion, when they moved the car and approached the car, they, quote, smelled marijuana coming from the vehicle. And so she was arrested. I do want to say that, God bless her, she decided that her hero was Storm, the X-Man, and her hair looks as such. Bless her. Bless her heart. The whole heart. Maybe one chamber. All right. This.
I just like to say, one sec. The tin was in Pound Town.
I don't want nothing that you're joking about when octopi are being thrown on ice. Like, oh wait, no, this is Tennessee. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Because I'll tell you why. Because there's a real love story here and a tragedy at the same time in the story. If you've ever seen Downton Abbey, like, this would definitely challenge it for sure.
Yeah, me and Mike
Paige,
are like,
have you seen Downton
nope.
No.
What's that other one that's really fucking popular on Netflix?
I don't know, but I used to watch Are You Being Served all the time when I was a kid on PBS, like to go to sleep.
That?
It's a British, I don't know, comedy thing.
Oh, so it's not, what I'm saying is a romantic story of sorts. No, it doesn't matter because it happened in Indonesia and a man married a rice cooker.
What? What?
He married his rice cooker. There was a photo that was shared. It showed him dressed up at a fancy wedding for a ceremony. It was also dressed up for the occasion. This happened in 2021.
Wow. Can we see a picture?
There's an entire event here. Maybe.
Please tell me there's a picture. I mean,
I will
come
share.
on.
I will share it with you. Yeah, later. He does look like the Indonesian C-list actor Wolverine.
Well, not just I want to see the rice cooker.
Oh, don't worry. It's a lovely white off-white rice cooker like your grandmother had. So here's the best
You know,
part. So he married.
I just want to say that I really hope he invited basmati and jasmine and long grain.
Married his rice cooker, and then 4 days later, he divorced it.
Stop it.
Nope.
What
I won't stop
on
it.
what grounds?
She blew a fuse.
Did it quit working? Yeah. I mean, oh my god.
Or he. I'm not judging.
I have the answer here, actually.
Of course you do.
First off, let me tell you, Mike's was classically dad pun, and I liked it. This though. So listen, you all have those friends who marry
I don't have
somebody
any friends that have married a rice cooker.
who married a person.
Don't be a racist.
Individual. I've never been out-punned by Mike, and now I'm being out-punned, and I don't like it.
I literally, I'm gonna have to get out of this coat. It is hot.
It's a sticky situation.
Don't listen. Paige, don't go peeing in a drain. You will never drive the Zamboni again. No, he divorced the kitchen appliance because
You see me rolling the sushi.
Mike is literally reading a list of rice puns.
I'm not actually. That's the best part.
You can tell he's not because he's looking right at us. This is crazy.
See, it's the weed. Seaweed. Anyways, on the edge of your seats, I know. Anyways, he cited that it could only cook rice.
Wow.
What?
Well,
Wow.
no shit, Sherlock. It's
That's a lot of
rice
pressure.
cooker.
He should have married an Instapot.
No, they're too easy.
Under pressure.
Anyway, so here's the thing.
Go for the French girl, the sous vide.
Jesus Christ. Oh man. Here's the thing. He posted pictures online. Bottom line is this was all a social media stunt, apparently. But I had fun with you on this one.
Yeah.
Man.
Doesn't matter if
see,
you're brown or white rice.
Doesn't matter if you're brown or white rice. Yeah.
honestly, though, in this world, would not have surprised. Like, I thought
Yeah,
this
no.
was real.
I've
for
heard
real
of like the stories. I
purposes.
think it's in Japan where the person marries their body pillow and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first off, body pillows be banging. But second off,
Well, it depends what you're doing with them.
Hey.
For people that can't see the video because we don't release it, Paige has a body pillow with her.
Paige likes to be ricing to the finish. Anyways, his post got 10,000 likes and 1,200 comments.
So he did something right.
He did something right.
Yeah.
Cooked to
Here's the last
perfection.
one.
Oh my God.
Had her coming back for more.
Yes. Another scoop.
On April 8th, 2022, Newsweek posted this article titled, "Woman Had Organ Removed After Not Farting in Front of Boyfriend for Years."
What?
Their first line, I hope this author was fired. Some would call one woman's lack of flatulence around her partner a gas.
Oh, I love it.
Mike's like, I'm here for that.
Oh,
It's
that's a
literally-
toot.
That's a toot. It's like Heifer from Rocko's Modern Life. That's a toot.
Yeah.
I love that
God.
word.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, so it led to an emergency hospital visit. Her name is Kara Clark. I feel comfortable saying that because it was published in Newsweek. She is an Irish barista.
Ooh.
She had to get her appendix removed after 2 full years of holding in farts around her boyfriend.
Wow. Wow.
Just so she knows, he can take it.
And I'm gonna never mind. Well, let me just say, you have to understand when you are with someone, they pass gas and they know you pass gas. So if it happens, it happens. It's
I'm
no
sorry.
big deal.
I spent my entire time listening to that sentence trying to hear your accent say toot. And I'm disappointed I
Well,
didn't hear
I mean, I usually do say that when I'm trying not to be crude. I'll say toot, but for the longest time though, when I got with one of my first like serious relationships, I did not toot in front of him for probably a year. And then I was like, fuck it. And then just one day we were just like laying around and I let one rip and he thought it was the funniest thing ever.
They
So,
immediately made out.
I mean, you know, it's funny. Laugh. Who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah. It's a gas.
Yeah. I've been with my wife for 10 or 11 years, married 6. She still hasn't farted in front of me. I
My
should be
mother-
worried.
Yeah, my mother does not fart in front of my dad.
Does your wife still
Or
have her
anyone.
appendix?
You know what? You know what? After this, I'll have to be like, Mom, you know,
Yeah.
you might want to go get your appendix checked. Seriously. Just to make
Well,
sure
then she's
you're
just going
okay.
to take, like, her cookbook and look at the appendix. It's not the...
Oh, my God.
Did I just
my
describe your mother accidentally?
No,
not.
God. Is
no,
that
no,
the end
no.
of that one then? We got more.
No, sorry. So anyway, she had extreme stomach pain, and she said, quote, "I do hold in my farts, but I didn't think I'd be in the hospital over it. I'm pretty easygoing other than burps and farts. I was in so much pain I couldn't hold in my tears, but apparently hold in her farts. My doctor said to me, I'm so sorry you're in so much pain." Really, she just, like, the doctor obviously took advantage of her. She just needed to let one go. Like,
I mean, do you think that, like, if she would have just like farted one good time, that her appendix would have been okay, or did it like suffer damage from holding
Well,
it
I wonder if she
in?
wasn't kind of going septic some way or something.
Yeah.
at the hospital, she started blaming her boyfriend because she always holds her farts in around him. We've been together 2 years, and it's still the case. He honestly didn't know what to say. He said, "God, people are going to think you're afraid of everything with me." That's...
I mean, he said
Yep.
it. But
uh,
when you hold your toots in, you're usually gonna, you know how balloons deflate and go psh? Like, you're usually gonna let out like one of those that they can't hear, so that's still dangerous to hold the rest of it in and not like let the little bit out that you can't. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I know y'all know what I mean.
They gave me like 3 comments here that somebody posted, because what she did was she posted a TikTok about this, because that's what we fucking do.
Yeah.
And some people commented. One person said, "I'd never make that sacrifice for a man."
Amen, sister or brother.
Power to the people who say that. And also, "I've held them in all my life around everyone," one woman commented. "None of my friends and family have witnessed me letting one rip since I was a baby."
I'm sorry, but like,
weirdo.
if you're close to me, I'm farting around you at some point. I mean, fuck that.
And I agree. Same here. If you're close to me, but I just mean like, as in like you're actually like proximity wise, you're close to me. You're gonna hear me fart at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
So like,
I don't have to know you.
here's-
Like, you could just be standing around the store. If you're too close, you're gonna hear this. You're gonna smell it. Deal with it.
Yeah, deal with it. You get a
One of
fart.
my-
You get a fart.
One of my favorite lines is from Hotel Transylvania 3, and the garlic doesn't kill them; it just gives them indigestion. And so
Oh my
they have
god, I'm a
garlic
vampire
accidentally-
in.
And the character voiced by Andy Samberg experiences his wife Mavis, who just lets out this, which I mean, adorable. And he goes, and I quote, "Cute toot, honey," and it made me so happy.
Which one is that? Which movie?
The third one.
I haven't seen the third. Okay,
It's good.
I didn't know it was a
you know,
vampire.
4's pretty good too, but 3 is good.
I think more people are into farts than we will ever know, because people fucking sell jars of farts for a reason. Because there is...
That's a thing. I
Yo,
better start bottling
my
and canning
God.
them.
Yo, Paige has experienced in, you know how like your
Oh, here
Apple.
we go.
Well, Mike doesn't have Apple, but Apple every now and again lets you know how much screen time you've had.
Android.
Yes. Paige gets notifications of how much dark web time she's had, and it has increased.
No, I've literally seen these things on Twitter. Y'all know I'm on Twitter all the time. But, yeah.
You're not the only one. I know
But
a lot of
people
people on
do.
Twitter a lot.
Somebody went to jail for selling farts because they did not have a permit to do it. I swear to God, that is a real story. Look it up.
Oh my god.
Dead ass
All right.
serious.
Yeah, he was dead ass. Let me just end this with some science, and then everybody can do with it what they will. You can take this to your mom, Paige. I can take this to my wife. Appendicitis can be caused by viral infections, bacteria or parasites in one's digestive tract, or when the appendix, quote, is blocked or trapped by stool. Or it may happen when the tube that joins your large intestine and appendix is blocked or trapped as well. So, there
Man.
you
Shit
go.
happens.
This is a PSA to everyone to do not hold in your farts.
Yeah.
Let them fly, baby.
I know I'm a bag of hot wind and hot air, but,
A PFA, public fart announcement.
Yes.
I am absolutely recording something. And
Or go to a
separating it and posting it
PTA
somewhere.
meeting, the public toot.
Toot associations.
The association.
Oh my god.
Can I tell you right now that recently in the United States, if I went to a public toot association meeting, it would make more sense than a parent-teacher association
It really
meeting.
would. It really
Yeah,
would.
it would.
You mean we gotta wear masks? Just imagine that person just the whole time. I mean, we'd be friends. Instead, now, I just think you need to move to Australia. Or
Your bum's already wearing a mask.
We
All
are.
right, we better close this out.
We should, because that's all my stories.
All right, well, you can find us on social media at Brew Crime, or you can find JT on Twitter at
JT Brews Crime.
yeah. We also have a Facebook group. Just look up Brew Crime, the group.
And Paige can be found at...
Yes.
Reverie Crime Pod on Twitter and Reverie True Crime everywhere else.
Yes.
Perfect.
Or the Darkcast Network. You can find us all there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you'd like to support the show, go to patreon.com/brewcrime. We have ad-free episodes for supporters. We have Patreon episodes once a month. Paige has been on a couple now. And the money goes towards upgrading equipment, making the show better. So if you want to support us, that'd be awesome. Shout out to our supporters. True Crime Nana, 3 Biz In Podcast, Amber, The Faves of Our Lives, and Sandy. Cheers.
Bye.
All cases in Brew Crime are written by Mike and JT or a writer we credit on the episode, and sources are put into our show notes for each episode. We always want to give credit to the people that research the cases we talk about. Check out our store at tpublic.com/stores/brew-crime-podcast, where you can purchase gear like t-shirts, phone cases, stickers, pillows, and all kinds of other cool stuff. Brew Crime's intro was created by Mike using Creative Commons Attribution licensed audio from purple-planet.com, soundbible.com, and freesoundeffects.com. Logo designed by Ben Greenberg. Thanks for listening to this episode of Brew Crime Podcast.
Down this road is a small city once thriving and full of life, but now desolate and abandoned. Well, abandoned save for the horrors rumored to reside within, which I presume is why you're here. Now, there's nothing wrong with a little morbid curiosity, but please, remember to stay close to your guides. We wouldn't want anyone to get left behind now.
Hello and welcome to Nopeville, the city filled with all the terrifying and horrible things that make you say nope.
Nope.
We're your tour guides. I'm Jen.
And I'm Christine, and we invite you to join our tours through the city, including all things paranormal, true crime, and supernatural.
From haunted places to possessions.
From serial killers to cults.
From zombies to cryptids.
You can find out more on our website at nopevillepodcast.com.
And catch a tour today wherever you get your podcasts.
We are Wendy and Beth, and we host the podcast Fruitloops Serial Killers of Color. Tell the people about the show, Wendy.
Well, happy to. As you might have guessed by now, our show focuses on serial killers of color. We decided to make this the focus of our show because most of the podcasts that we listen to focused on whole white serial killers, also male, cisgender, hetero serial killers. And we thought the space could use a little spice, a little diversity.
Yeah, and we believe that the victim stories are important. Many of the victims are also BIPOC folks, and the media just doesn't focus on these people.
We also get plenty of opportunities to discuss race relations, systemic oppression, policing, history, and culture. We learn something new every day, and we hope that you do too.
Join us as we tell the fascinating stories of these crimes that often go untold by the mainstream media. Subscribe or download Fruit Loops Serial Killers of Color now on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Look alive, y'all. It's crazy out there.
Man, who knew you guys were going to get Dr. Phil tonight along with a bunch of stupid-ass criminals. Now what you need to do is you need to communicate. You have to lift your hair up and do that, or it doesn't count. The Horton Holly... I can't even say it. If there's anything the fucking U.S. likes, it's goddamn alliteration, because it's the only way they could remember anything.
How do you alliterate illiterate?
I'm an illiterate. Yes. I am an alliterative illiterate. It was a Horton Harl... Oh, Jesus Christ. It was a Horton... I'm not even trying to be funny. That's the sad part. Like, I know I've pulled some crazy shit in the past, but I'm not... I can't say this. All right. One moment, everybody. Here I am, about to copy the image address and send it to you live on this podcast that's recorded and then edited and given to you.
And then we'll have to just share this with our listeners then. I sent you another article if you want, JT, from today. From here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, we're rolling through these. These are fun,
Exactly.
you know. This is pivot.
You'll have to insert Ross. You'll have to insert Ross screaming, "Pivot! Pivot!"
That can happen. If I edit this episode, that might just happen. Every time I say pivot, I literally substitute it for the Ross clip. Pivot, pivot, pivot. All right. So yeah, and more. Needed to deposit. There's a P in there.